Okay, hi. So, I have some potatoes. I'm going to try to plant them. Okay, to start with, these are russet potatoes. Russets are indeterminate. That means that they will continue to grow along the stem. So I want to hill or build up the soil around them. These are red potatoes, which generally are determinate, which means that they won't actually grow potatoes along their stem. They'll just grow a plant and you get what you get. It's determined. It's predetermined. It's determinate. Whereas the russets are indeterminate, which means that there is no set amount of potatoes it could produce. As long as conditions are favorable and it has room to grow, it'll continue to grow until it dies out. So I'm trying some russets in a bucket. Here's my bucket. I only have 2 right now that are sprouted, so I'm going to go ahead and just wiggle them down into some soil, just like that. Cover them up. Once they sprout and their little plants start coming up above the soil, I'll add more soil and add more soil, until it gets to the top of the bucket. And then I'll stop adding soil and wait for the plant to complete and basically brown and fall over. And then we'll harvest the bucket and see, sorry, the sun came out. And then we'll see how many potatoes we got. And then these other ones, I'm actually going to put in the garden. So let me fix up these potatoes a little bit more because they're not quite as deep as I want them. There we go. And this guy down in here. Cover them up. Sorry for the shaky camera. Trying to be gentle. And then I have water. And I'll give them some water. Not a whole lot. And then I'm going to put this in my greenhouse. Ta-da. And we'll just keep checking on it and adding soil as it goes, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. And then these other potatoes, we're going to go put them in the garden. So come with me to the garden. Open. Okay. This is where we're going to be planting them, so I need to clean it up a little bit and move the mulch to the side. This is just practice for all of these weeds I need to pull. There's garbage I need to put in the trash. Okay. So this is my hori hori. I don't know how well you can see that, but part shovel, part knife, really useful. They're really big weeds. I did not plant this, but I'll take it. When that happens, when it breaks off like that, it's really nice to get your tool in there, scoop it up, loosen the soil, go back in, and you can get the root out. that, I could not have done that without a nice tool. Get it out. No idea what this is. This is as good as mine. I'm kind of you really cannot get the root out. There's a serrated edge that I can use. Hand tools fail. Tiny tree or something. What did I get myself into, you guys? That's something. Part of it. Look at that. This is what I was after. Ugh. Stay out of my garden, you. I don't normally make a habit of standing in my garden beds, but sometimes you gotta. And yes, I'm out of breath because I'm out of shape and it's like 80% humidity. Okay, that's the leaves. Oh, there's a rat who likes to live in here. Catch him eventually. He's gonna eat my potato with me. Now, I'm actually going to add some more compost. So, stand by. Okay. I'm back. I've got a little bit of all-purpose fertilizer, and then a bucket full of compost. Unfortunately, it's not my compost from the chickens. We used all that. I could harvest more, but it's not, probably not enough of it ready. And I'm just gonna put this in a little bit. I don't want to break it up too much, but I want the soil nice and light for those potatoes to grow. Now, potatoes. Oh, I'm all sweaty. You guys, it's not that hot out, but it's so humid. I'm drenched. Okay. So, when it comes to potatoes, since I'm doing such a small batch, I'm just going to lay them out where I think they should go. Looks like I'm doing about 9 potatoes. And they're about 6 to 8 inches apart from each other. There's a spider, there's a spider. And I'm just going to dig them in, like so. And you want the little growy part, the eye, to be pointing up. Just dig them in, cover them up. Dig them in, cover them up. Definitely going in for some water after this. It's been super hot the last few days. Today's not so bad, but like I said, it's just so humid. Okay. A little deeper. The bigger ones I try to go a little deeper. Now as they come up, I may top them off with some more soil. But not because they're going to grow more potatoes, but because I want to make sure that the potatoes are covered. In fact, I'll put a straw back. Oh, that's the rat hole. Let's go to the side of the rat hole. Okay. Now, nice and bare. I'm going to reuse this straw from before. Cover them back up. They'll poke right through that straw. I'm not worried about it. If I need to come back and add more later, I can. Okay, so it's a relatively simple process, really. You just dig some holes, put them in the ground. You do want to make sure that they're nicely covered. So like I said, I tried to mulch them real good. If I see any potatoes starting to poke through, I will cover them more, because when a potato is exposed to the sunlight, it turns green, and that is producing a chemical that's actually really bad for you. It's toxic. People say it's poisonous. Well, it's varying degrees. It's toxic. It could make you sick. Some people make sicker than others. Just don't do it. Just keep them covered. That's all you have to do. Now I have other potatoes in the garden right now that I can show you. Ooh, the bees love the echinacea. Don't see me bee. I planted that for you. Okay. So right down here. Ooh, another bee. Another bee. So these are also potatoes. Oops. So they're growing really long. I cannot for the life of me remember what kind I put in there, so I don't know whether to hill them or not. I'm just going to leave them. I'll get potatoes either way, so that's exciting. They're flowering, actually. See? That means that they'll be done soon. Oops. I wish it would focus better. I'm not very good at this. I do have tomatoes that are blushing, starting to turn red. or orange or yellow or whatever variety that is. Actually, those are triple crops, so they should turn red. And I've got a couple down there that have split, but they've healed over, so I'll at least be able to cut off the good parts, or the bad parts, and keep the good parts.